fundamentally the piece is about 7 characters in search of love. And the 7 characters in some ways represent the whole of humanity somehow. They're such a wonderful spectrum of characters, and that's what has attracted me to the piece. It's been brilliant working with an ensemble, and the way that we've rehearsed it, we've really fostered that sense of an ensemble, and you can see in the performances that we're getting that there's a real camaraderie between everyone, and a real sense of a family putting something on together, which is very exciting. I mean, the thing that has really fascinated me with this piece is the idea of finta, this idea of pretense, this idea of fake. It's got lots of different meanings, the word finta, and I think when you put it into a theatrical context, it becomes very interesting, because suddenly you're on stage and you're asking, well, what is real and what is pretense? And the whole thing is pretense on one level. So I think what we've tried to do with the production is set up a particular world where we can constantly question what is real and what is not real.
We haven't represented a garden exactly. We've represented a building in a garden, and we've related it to a real building which is at the Nymphenburg outside Munich, and this is completely contemporary with when Mozart was writing this piece. So the building itself, the room itself that we've chosen to play the piece in, is a representation of a sort of frozen garden, kind of fake garden. I was not just wanted to create 18th century costumes, so I looked very much at designers, contemporary fashion designers who use the 18th century in their work, such as Alexander McQueen or Galliano, and so they're very influenced by those. Well, this is Arminda, and Arminda has a lot of costumes. She's a kind of fashion victim in some ways. Then this is Belfiore, again much more modern really. I mean, he's got what looks like an embroidered 18th century coat, but it's actually cut nothing like an 18th century coat. It's cut like something from Paul Smith more. Then Podesta, he's the mayor, and yeah, his is a more sort of conventional 18th century costume in a way, but we added modern socks, and he has modern underwear, which you see later. Oh, this is Sandrina. It's many layered and quite soft, and it doesn't really have the normal structure of an 18th century dress. It has something much softer underneath, made of nets to give it its volume. This is Romero, a role played by a woman, sort of slightly gothic. And then Sapetta, who's the servant, she sort of gets down to her underwear, sort of striptease. And yeah, Nardo, who's almost like a Harlequin character, quite a commedia, very yeah, Quicksilver sort of character.
I think that an audience coming to this piece for the first time, I hope will be struck by the beauty of a lot of the music, but also the kind of insightfulness in terms of the emotional insightfulness of some of the music, that it really captures these incredibly well-drawn characters and their thoughts and their feelings. And I think the nature of the piece, because it's these 7 singers on stage and the kind of the strength of that ensemble cast, and the way in which they're all performing with such physicality and vitality, I hope an audience will be swept along by all of that.